Lawrence. And the cast. Returning from the first film as Primrose Everdeen, Willow Shields. Hands down the most stylish person in the capital, Cinna, Lenny Kravitz. How about some new cast members, new characters? Victor from District 7, Johanna Mason, Jenna Malone. Victor from District 3, BT, Jeffrey Wright. And from District 12, Gail Hawthorne, Liam Hemsworth. Victor from District 12, Peter Millark, Josh Hutcherson. Great to see you guys. All right, let's get going. Oh, wait, sorry. Finally, our very own Girl on Fire, Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence. Welcome, guys, to Hall H for the first time for the cast of The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. Francis, I want to start with a question for you. You've taken over the reins as the director of Catching Fire, and as I'm sure the audience knows, you're also going to be directing both of the Mockingjay films. Tell me about what it was like for you walking on the set for the first day. What went through your mind?
Oh, well, it wasn't quite as exciting as this. It's pretty crazy. It was incredible. I mean, my first day was actually, we started light, and it was, we were doing scenes with Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's also joined the cast. Couldn't be here, but, so that was pretty fantastic. And then the rest of the week, pretty much worked with everybody, and it's just, it's a dream cast, it's a dream story, so a lot of fun.
Hi, Jennifer, all the way down at the end. How's it going? Nice to see you. Okay, obviously, last time we saw Katniss on screen, she's returning home, the victor of the Hunger Games. Tell me about the challenges that Katniss is facing in the second film. What's going through her mind?
Well, her life is very different now. She's struggling from post-traumatic stress from the games, and she's kind of has a new life where she never has to worry about food anymore. She never has to worry about, she's living in Victor's village, and that kind of leaves her feeling kind of useless in an odd way. She has to adapt to this new life, and also she's now experienced something with Peeta that they'll only understand each other in a strange way. And so Gail, who she's known most of her life, who she's always felt understood certain parts of her, now really Peeta kind of understands a part of her that Gail never will.
And Josh, can you talk about, I get the feeling that the love triangle just gets more and more intense in the second film.
Yeah, it's very complicated. Peeta has such strong feelings for Katniss, and he expressed them to her, and then he felt that they were, she felt the same way, and then he come to find that it was just an act. So now he has to deal with...
It was complicated.
It was an act. It was an act. We're not getting into this again right now.
An act that saved his life.
But yeah, no, so I mean, it's very complicated for Peeta to kind of figure out what he's supposed to do now that he has these feelings, and they're not being felt by her at the same time, but he still wants to help her and protect her, and just a very complicated world they live in now.
Yeah. And Liam, for you, obviously, when I was reading the book, I just remember reading the scene, the torture scene, basically. I would imagine that must have been one of the things that you were kind of most nervous or excited or feeling challenged about. That's a crazy scene, I would imagine, to film.
Yeah, it's interesting to turn up to work and just get whipped for 3 days straight. And you're not really scared of, at first it's just acting, you think you're not going to get hurt, but after 3 days of getting hit with anything, it's going to start to hurt. And it was good fun.
Francis, can you talk about how much interaction, what kind of interaction you had with Suzanne Collins, who of course wrote the books that this is based on? Did you get to interact with her?
Yeah, I interacted with Suzanne quite a bit. Right after I had gotten the job, the first thing I wanted to do was fly out to meet with her. So we met in New York. She lives in Connecticut, and we wanted to get together and go through the book. I wanted to pick her brain at first, and what ended up happening was she and I kind of beat through the book that became the beat sheet for the screenplay for the film. So she's been a big part of the process the entire way through. It's been fantastic.
Now, by any chance, Mr. Director, do you have anything that you would want maybe possibly to show this audience of 6,500 Hunger Games fans?
Yes, we do. We brought the new trailer with new footage. Just for you guys, nobody else has seen it. And I think here it is.
Let's take a look.
I don't remember any of that.
Me neither. Francis, I can only imagine what was going through your head when you signed on to this. I'm sure you had expectations of what this process would be like. How would you say making this film was most different from what you expected it would be like?
God, they're sort of never like you expect them to be. I think anything going in, you have something in your head. I think one of the best things, and this is just, sort of the group making the movie, I mean, this is quite honestly one of the best groups of people that I've ever made a movie with. I mean, not just their talent, but also just to be around every day. So that was unexpected and really a blessing. And then I think that I'm very pleased with the emotional scale of the movie, the way that the world has sort of come together and the way the world looks, and visiting different districts and seeing more of the Capitol. And I think the performances are fantastic, so it's more than I could have dreamed of.
Lenny, I want to ask you a question about your character, because I feel like one thing that you did so well, that you did so well in the first film, but also in movies like Precious, you're kind of bringing this incredibly calming presence to often insane worlds. Is that something that you like about playing this guy?
Yeah, I mean, Cinna is, he's a real cool cat, and he's, he definitely has, a lot of interesting catness, and, no, but as a friend, and as a, as somebody who really believes in her and cares for her, and this movie was great. You'll see how they evolve until his very last scene.
Okay. Yeah. One of the Facebook fans wanted to know from Jenna and Jeffrey what it was like to join this already tight group. Was it intimidating?
It sounds like it.
I mean, sure.
This is intimidating.
Yeah, this was what it was like on set every day. It would be really intense.
Well, I think what's exciting about, the reason that you make movies is for people to see them. You want people to come. And the work that was done previously, and the books as well, established obviously a huge, voracious appetite for these movies, and also expectations. So, yeah, that can be you want to make sure that you match those expectations and surpass those expectations. And so there was such a high level that we were stepping into. It could be viewed as intimidating, but I think in fact it made it easier because there had been such work done. The groundwork had been laid, and we just had to step in and step up.